for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Vance Palm alongside Kenny Calvin. This is Bakersfield.com live exclusive coverage of Bakersfield College athletics here in California. Pleasure to be with you tonight. It is Renegade basketball. Bakersfield College hosting Santa Monica tonight. Santa Monica in the all blue. They will be visiting tonight at Bakersfield College. Great to have everybody with us tonight. Bakersfield College, the Renegades, strong start to the season right now. 14-8 overall, 2-1 in conference. And how about Santa Monica mirroring them, 14-9, which is one more loss, but also a 2-1 record in conference. Head coach of the Santa Monica roster is Joshua Thomas. Head coach Joshua Thomas. He has assistant coaches Justin Maidenberg, Devin Richardson, and Ben Duran. And the starting five now being introduced for Santa Monica City College. And the Renegade, home team tonight, playing under the direction of head coach Rich Hughes, and he has one assistant, and he's only had one assistant for his entire 14 years up here. Aaron Chavez, his assistant coach. And the public address announcer, the esteemed, incomparable Carl Bryan. Let's bring in my partner, Kenny Calvin. Good to see you, Kenny. Here we go.
Good to see you as always, sir. How you doing?
Good conference play. Last time we were up here, the Renegades took care of Canyons, went down on the road, lost a tough one against West LA. Now they're back up against this Santa Monica team who has the same record, so going to be a tough matchup tonight.
Tough matchup. Santa Monica traditionally an athletic powerhouse. Sometimes struggles with depth. Tonight I don't think that's going to be an issue. They seem like they have a full roster. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. But more than anything, how about that performance from the Renegades at home last time? Nail biter, pretty full crowd, I would say, from the compared to this crowd. But love to see them playing at a high level midway through conference play.
Okay, we're about to get underway here. By the way, the Santa Monica mascot, the Corsairs, by the way, the Corsairs, and they're all blue. Against the Renegades in the white tops and the now world-famous gray and white camouflage shorts. Well, looking forward to this tonight.
Me too, VP. I will do my best to figure out who is number 12 for Santa Monica, as he's not listed on the roster.
I think Carl Bryan's asking the same thing. Who's number 12? Public address announcer looking for that same name. We may try to figure that out real quick.
Great to see Blake Van Uten getting the start.
Who's number 12? Not there. Thank you.
Gades win the tip right away, controlled by Shahada Camp.
All right, we got it. Number 12 was Marcus Harris. Marcus Harris. Here we go. Nice penetration. Great penetration. Oh, point blank miss, though, for Shahada Camp.
Shahada Camp having a fantastic season.
Feed down low to the big guy, and there's a big foul right there on Shahada Camp. So when we say big guy, you're right. 6'9", 209, Kyle Young out of Beverly Hills. So he will go to the line. The 6'9", 210-pound sophomore center from Beverly Hills, California, Kyle Young. He makes the first. They do have some size. Marcus Harris, 6'8", 210 pounds.
Speaking of Mr. Harris, he's the second leading scorer at 11 points a game.
Full court press getting put on, broken quickly by the Renegades, very quickly. Medrano picked up his dribble. Throws it back over to Jones. Jones comes up short, ball bounces around, rebounded Corsairs. Quick little pull from 8 feet, doesn't go for Harris.
Right away, Van Newton paying dividends on the defensive glass. As Kobe Garner tries to set up.
That's a beautiful pass. Jones misses from 2 feet, though. Coach Hughes not happy with the lack of focus right there on Marcus Jones. 1 foot under the hoop and just didn't put it in. Great pass from Shahada.
Yeah, Marcus Jones getting where he wants to get in the middle of the paint. 0 for 2 right away.
Oof. Kobe Garner.
Shahada Camp puts up the air ball. It's controlled by Teddy Parham, leading scorer for the Corsairs.
Almost stolen up top. They're trying to get the ball down low. They're trying to float it down. They do, but a great job by the Renegades for sandwiching Marcus Harris. He's getting frustrated, but good job not letting it get into the low post. Camp takes a feed to the elbow. Medrano, bad shot, really bad shot. He hoisted that awfully quickly.
How about the shoes on Teddy Parham with the Mitch Max?
Big hustle in there by Van Uden, but that is going to be a foul on Blake Van Uden. So we've been at it here 2 minutes and 12 seconds, but only 2 points, some easy missed shots.
Yet to make a scratch.
Just trying to just get into the rhythm here. Again, both teams 2-1 in Western State Conference.
Carrying.
That's going to be a carry, and the ref, Bob Williams, a legendary name up here. Played for that 78 championship team for Ralph Cravey, and he's been inside this gym a lot of years.
Wow.
A carrying call.
Wow, so he was on that team with my Uncle Manuel.
You bet he was. You bet he was. Control by Shahada.
Shahada
Marcus
Camp.
Jones. Shahada comes up, has the ball blocked by Young, and a steal by Camp. Now it's 3-on-2. They've got numbers if they need it. Camp comes to the baseline, doesn't use it. A pass open to Medrano. That looks good. Oh, just a hair short. And a rebound and taken by Jordan Wilson.
Set shot by Medrano as the Corsairs turn it over.
Boy, some really sloppy basketball so far. Some missed wide open looks. 17:03 to go in this first half. Daniel Carbajal coming in.
And one thing I was going to say about Mr. Camp is he's leading the conference in scoring at 19 points per game.
Wow. Shannon Wafer in from North High School. Where's number 25? He and Kobe Garner, to the naked eye, look like twins out there. Another shot come up just a hair short. Rebound by the big fella, Kyle Young. Stolen by Medrano. From behind, he makes it. Oh, no, he misses it. Rolls in and out. That thing looked like it was halfway down the hoop. It's still 2-0.
Madrano has that set shot slow release. Allowed the Corsairs to get back into play.
Wilson up top to Harris. They try to feed down low to Young. And Coach Thomas saying they're all over him. How about this? Wafer over to Camp. Camp stops it. Back over to Wafer to Madrano. A push-off. That's going to be an offensive foul. That's a good call by the official. Anais Madrano, a little too feisty with that offhand.
Great call, because I was just about to say, Anais looks very aggressive tonight.
Yeah,
a little too aggressive.
Exactly.
On the push-off.
Jeffrey Lee's coming in, the sophomore out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. He's also he had a huge game.
Yes.
2 weeks ago when we were up here. He was the player of the game.
Off of the bench.
Oh, there's a nice press break right there. Eli DeGrade comes in, puts it up. Oh, and he misses, and the big guy is missing. Oh, able to put it back in. So Kyle Young, boy, he's going to be a force tonight. Camp, 3-on-1. Renegades need to get something, and they do. They get a bucket by Shannon Wafer.
Nice job by Wafer, not being afraid of contact. Corsairs going with that double high. Nice motion offense as they get penetration to the paint.
Soft touch by Jordan Wilson.
There's
6-2 Santa Monica. A high pick by Carbajal. Kick to the corner. Oh, I thought Camp might put it up. Decides not to. Back over to Garner. Look out, look out. And that's going to be a foul on Kobe Garner.
great defense by Eli the Great. 6'2" freshman out of Glendale.
Did you say Eli the Great?
Eli the Great.
Just underway here at Bakersfield College, here on Bakersfield.com. Great to have you with us. I'm Vance Palm, my longtime partner Kenny Calvin. Christian's on camera. Spencer running all things technical. Spencer looks like he could go to the moon with his table over there. He could handle Virgin Atlantic NASA flights.
Santa Monica defense putting them in a position to. However, they've a ton of times on offense as well.
How about this? DeGrate with the miss. The ball bounces out of bounds. Randy Castillo. Remember, everybody, this is a southpaw heavy Renegade team. A lot of lefties out there. Last week, there was like 7 lefties on the floor at one time.
How about the effort Castillo put in off the bench last week? I want to say he's the reason why we came away with that game, how he played in the second half.
So you've got Castillo, the lefty, looking for Madrano, the lefty. There's one pass to Lee. Lee, great pass down low. Look at this offense. What a great assist.
Something about Lee, when he comes on the floor, the energy level goes through the roof.
Great decision maker, Kenny. A little bit of a tangle up there with him and Zeman. DeGrade across the top. Oh, a pickpocket. Look at that. And a quick timeout called by Shannon Wafer. 30-second timeout. So that's a beautiful play for every reason with 13:58. Makes a pickpocket, falls down and realizes, you know what? I'll go ahead and call a timeout. Instead of trying to move it around and do something, we could take a little breather right here. It's been a very super fast-paced first half.
You know, it's something about these guys that come off the bench for Coach Hughes. It's like they're fighting to prove to him that they deserve to be out there, and you can see it right away.
And Kenny, we talked to Coach Hughes last week when we were up here. His philosophy for years was 6 deep, maybe 7.
Yes.
He's changed it this year. These players starting to get a feel for, you know what, if I play hard, as to your point, and I put the effort in, I'm getting some more minutes. And boy, that recipe has worked.
Yeah, and you got to admire coaches who don't get stuck in their own philosophies. They continue to evolve, and that's how they get better. And that's why I'm not surprised he has the year in and year out success that he has.
I have another quick question.
You know, I get all these gifts. If you can't see us, Vance is pointing at this long sleeve Bakersfield College shirt I got on.
Yeah, well, I know who to talk to about that tonight. Madrano behind the arc. If anybody scout, look at this. Oh, get in there, big boy.
Oh.
Misses from down low. Carbajal does. Here's a nice move. Look at that. Wow. Quentin Pettiford. I'm sorry. That was Leandrew Knight. Leandrew Knight. Wow. Madrano can't get warmed up just yet.
And yeah, we know it doesn't take him long. Comes up empty on that 15-footer.
Chastine Mouton. They feed down low to Harris. Harris moving on the baseline, comes up on Madrano. Can't get it to go. Battle for it. Kept alive by those long arms. And now we're going to see a possession arrow, and the direction it's going to go is going to stay with Santa Monica.
Well, I got to tell you, Shannon Wafer, 5'11", 150-pound freshman out of North High School, is playing some phenomenal basketball on the defensive end.
I said it last week when we were here. One of the most fantastic highlight reels of my local basketball calling career. About 4 years ago or 3 years ago when Shannon was playing for North High School, in the fourth quarter, he single-handedly brought North High right to the precipice of beating the South High Rebels, who were stacked at that time. He had like 15 points, 3 steals, 5 boards, hit some big-time buckets at the very, very end of that game, and it was a show. So it's great to see Coach Rich Hughes having these players of this caliber coming from the local high schools up to play at Bakersfield College. At the line now, Amitai Afanyar.
Well, you nailed that one.
Maybe. When the Afanyar family watches this in the archives. 9-4, Santa Monica up by 5. Very low scoring affair in the first 7 minutes here. Knocks it down. 6-point lead for Santa Monica. Full court press getting put on, but really there's nobody guarding Jones, so he can kind of jog down with it. Thought he may go to the rack for a second. Baseline gets picked up. Back over here to Camp, who's back in.
Camp with the mismatch.
Steps back to prove it. Back of the rim, doesn't go. Rebound, Santa Monica. Quick flip. And, it will be a foul. It will be a foul. Not a bad call, actually. Castillo doesn't think so, but it was early enough. What's interesting is Coach Hughes probably could argue that it was on the ground. On the floor. But they say no, and it's going to be Chasta Mouton.
Well, it's just like we talked about last week. The guy who attacks the basket is often rewarded.
Right. You're right. 7-point lead for Santa Monica right now. 12 and a half left here in the first half.
There has to be some frustration for Coach Hughes based on the fact that nobody's playing great right now. However, we're down 8 points. Shahada Camp to set up.
And Coach Thomas has to be pleased with his Corsair defense. I would agree. Some very dangerous ball handlers and shooters for the Renegades, and nobody can get near the hoop. Camp, and that may be called, ooh, boy. Good for Shahada. It was not called a reach, offensive reach. They did call it on Santa Monica. So, again, Coach Joshua Thomas probably going to tell his players at the next time out, look, I like what you're doing on defense. Keep it up.
Yeah, maybe Coach Thomas can lend some help to that Santa Monica football team because they play no defense.
There's a tough pass in there. It's hard to thread that needle. And here comes Santa Monica. Mouton pushing the issue, come in. Quick little dish off to Lucas Zeman. And we have our first timeout of the evening. Give us a chance to kind of catch our breath. Once again, Vance Palm here alongside Kenny Calvin. Christian on camera. Spence doing everything over there. Technically, great to have you here on Bakersfield.com. We are in Bakersfield, California, up on the hill, Bakersfield College. conference basketball between Bakersfield College and Santa Monica. Both teams for the men 2-1 in conference play. We have the ladies game up after this. And both ladies, identical records, 7-14 overall, 0-2 in conference. So men and women's teams evenly matched tonight. Quick timeout by Coach Hughes, Kenny, and I think he wants to figure out a way to wake his team up. They're down 10.
Yeah, perfect timing on that timeout. I was thinking the same thing. I wanted to let this game get away with 11 minutes remaining in the first half.
Medrano comes in. He gets it to go. And one.
Timeout from Coach Hughes paying instant dividends as Medrano goes one-on-one. Shows us he's just as good inside as outside.
Chejindu Iguonu with the foul. Chejindu Iguonu with the foul. And he's being talked to by Coach Thomas, and he's saying, hey, look, those guys up on the live stream are saying what a great job we're doing on D. I put you in, and you get a foul. Can't happen. Full court pressure, zone full court press. He's trying to slow this team down more than anything.
Absolutely, and made baskets give you that opportunity. Can't set up that full court press after misses.
Mouton, the freshman out of Houston.
Nice hands by Jones.
And that's going to be a frustration foul by Iguonu because he feels he was slapped hard when the ball was knocked out of his hands, and he retaliated quickly.
VP, I got to say, we got our work cut out for us with this roster.
Teddy Parham back in.
Kobe Garner doing a great job at the point guard, controlling this full court press of Santa Monica, getting it to Shahada Camp, the conference leading scorer.
Oh, thought Shahada would keep going on that. Johnson. Garner, jump stop, Johnson. Good decision. Didn't get the bucket, but he put it up quickly. And, how about this? What's the call? It's going to remain Renegade basketball underneath the hole and a new shot clock.
Jones struggling inside, but his energy are keeping balls alive after their misses. Giving the Renegades a second opportunity.
Shahada comes in, stops, loses it, but then gets the two-footer. The ball got knocked out of his hand. Coach Thomas thought it was double dribble. Knight breaking the press. Does a nice job of it, flicking the ball back over to Parham.
He traveled.
Zone defense by the Renegades. 12-footer rattles in and out. Rebound, Renegades. Here they come. Garner down the far side.
How about these undersized Renegades working hard on the glass?
Camp misses the layup, and Van Uden is fouled. He will go to the line. 9:58. So we're halfway through the half with only 9 points by the Renegades, 23 points scored overall.
A testament to Coach Hughes' intelligence. He takes that timeout instantly. We scored 2 to 3 unanswered baskets. And Van Newton headed to the line, makes one out of his first 2.
Have you had Van Uden on the Renegade Report yet?
I have not. I would love to because he's my kind of guy. Defense, doesn't need a lot of attention. He's going to move bodies around in the paint.
I like to hear his New Zealand accent, mate.
I did have the honor of naming that he was the Renegade Athlete of the Week one week.
That's the voice of Kenny Calvin. He is the host of the Renegade Report, a proud Renegade former student athlete for the Renegades, as am I. We love our red, and Kenny and I call the football games for the football team. We do some volleyball, do some basketball here. So, of course, if you're watching from the Santa Monica audience standpoint, sure, we are Renegades. We like to believe we call it pretty fair. However, if you've listened to a football game, there may come a time or two during that broadcast where my partner will remind you that he was one of the all-time greats of Renegade football. When the ball gets loose and it hits the grass,
Yeah.
it is a lot of fun.
There's just something about that
love
energy
it.
that never goes away. I try my best,
dude.
VP.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Can't wait for next year or this year in the fall. All right, again, this time the Renegades show 3 up front on this zone full court press. Again, just designed to kind of slow things down.
I got one for you the next break.
Okay.
VP, I got to tell you something that I had to laugh about.
Ball comes down low. They're in trouble.
3
They're in
seconds.
trouble. They're in trouble. They're in great job by the Renegade defense. Who's going to all that work, and it still ends up in Santa Monica's hands. But 3 on the shot clock. Ball's got to go up quickly.
Yeah, but that energy and intensity since that timeout is totally different by these Renegades.
I don't know
like
if the Corsairs know there's 3 seconds yet. The coach is stomping his feet trying to let them know this ball's got to go up. Oh, it does. Hey, look at that. That was a good-looking shot over there by Wilson. Didn't go in. Rebound Renegades.
Love the way Kobe Garner commands his team to get focused.
Medrano trying to get warm. Couldn't hit the rim there. Great pass from Van Newton to Johnson. He traveled. Jones. He traveled, but there was no call. Got away with it. And all of a sudden, it's a 14-13 game. The Renegades up 1 right now with 9:10 to go here in this first half.
9 unanswered points since that timeout.
30-second
Coach
timeout. What do you have for me? You said you had a little nugget for me?
You know what? So last week on the Renegade Report, I had the honor of having Kobe Lewis
Right.
in the studio,
Right.
which was a dream come true for a guy that sat on the couch the past 5 years. And I felt all good about myself, and I'm like, wow, look at this. I had Kobe Lewis.
Awesome.
And then later on, I see you one-up me with Oral Hershiser. Big week of baseball last week in town.
Get used to it. Oral was, first of all, congratulations on Colby. That's a great interview. Renegade Report, such a great show, and he's such an awesome dude and a Renegade.
Yes, he is.
And as far as my involvement with Oral, you talk about a natural. I just put a microphone in front of him and off he went.
Oh, man, it looked
Off
like
he
a ton
went.
of fun.
How about this? Jordan Wilson, 1-on-4. Took the entire Renegade press on. He gets fouled at the very end by Van Uden. That's got to drive Coach Hughes crazy. One dude breaks the press, and then we foul him right over here by the hash mark. And we're about to see Shannon Wafer come back in.
Definitely not a bad decision how his energy affected the first half.
That's short.
How about Van Newton continuing to do work on the glass? He does all the dirty work. Every team needs a Van Newton.
How about the reach? Definitely a reach by Teddy Parham. Oh, they give it to DeGrate. So Van Newton comes out to some high fives and a lot of love from his teammates. They like it.
Gotta love it. That's how you know you did well while you're out there, when your whole bench gets up to greet you. Jones gets it to Medrano.
And Medrano over to Camp. Camp finally lets it fly. Couldn't get it to go. Hard work down there by Marcus Jones. Oh, look at the effort by Marcus Jones. Put it in Wafer's hands. Medrano finally gets the good look. Oh, doesn't go. Here comes a long rebound. Wow, talk about an outlet pass. That was something by Teddy Parham. And Parham just let it fly, and I don't think Coach Thomas likes that at all. Yeah, I think Parham's coming out. I think Coach Thomas may just have a quick word with him like, my man, a really bad foul, and then an outlet pass that was questionable. And as you say, it's their leading scorer.
Yep. Now we got a 1-point lead for Santa Monica.
Careful.
Out of Camp, facing the double team. Going with that zone trap. Nice ball movement. Medrano.
Finally, Medrano gets one to drop, and the marksman gets it down.
First
Mouton.
lead.
Yeah, you're right. The first lead of the game. Mouton. And he puts it in the hands of DeGrate. Here comes Medrano, and he can also lay it up, but this time they get stripped by DeGrate. And quickly, Dakari Hughes coming in for Coach Thomas, number 4.
I love the fact of how Madrano is not hesitating. He sees a lane and he's going after it. Traditionally a three-point shooting guy, but definitely taking advantage of his opportunities to get to the lane.
Oh, Camp has it bounce off of his hip as he tried to get a great pass underneath the hoop right there. That would have been an easy bucket. 15-14. Kenny just mentioned first lead of the game for the Renegades. This is approaching maybe an all-time low in the Rich Hughes era. 15 points with 7:40 to go at half.
And how about Jordan Wilson basically operating like the point guard for Santa Monica? This kid must be very skilled.
Well, it's a 3-2 zone, Kenny. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Marcus Jones. And, you know, these Corsairs, they're getting the ball in great position, and then they're putting the ball on the floor. If they just put these little 2-footers up, the minute they get the rock, just put it up. You know, they'd have probably 10 more points, but they all want to put the ball on the floor. Now we're going to see Kyle Young come in, the tallest player in the gym. And he comes in for Leandrew Knight.
Yeah, Santa Monica definitely has a few guys with some length. But that's what you love about guys like Kobe Garner, Shannon Wafer, undersized at the guard position, but battling inside on the boards better than anyone.
Coach Hughes is going back in with Castillo. Castillo is going to come in for Garner. (15-15) with 7:23 remaining to play in the first half, as the Corsairs knock one down and go up 1 point. Big block by Jordan Wilson as Wafer tried to sneak in there, and there's contact. Oh, offensive foul.
And that's a fantastic call, because most often you expect the defender to have to be set. However, the point guard was just out of control, and that's a great call.
And you know what? You just mentioned it. That energy that Castillo brings in, Kenny, it's unmistakable.
You know, there's some things you can't coach, and energy and effort is one of them.
You're
you
right.
either have it or you don't.
You're right. We're at Bakersfield College. Renegades hosting the Corsairs of Santa Monica, and it's been a low-scoring affair here in the first half. 16-15 with 6.5 to go here in the first half. Camp, that's a mismatch if you wanted to get him out in the open. Castillo's in trouble. This ball's got to go up. He puts it up. Not the best shot, but it's bounced out of bounds off the hands of Dakari Hughes.
And I'll tell you why. You got Shannon Wafer continuing to battle these guys that have them by 5 inches.
Ball comes into the aforementioned Wafer. Look at Madrano. Now he knew.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Jones with the putback slam to bring the Renegades back up 17-16. How about that, VP? It looked like you.
Kyle Young, they're trying to get it to their big guy, Young. Strip, 3-on-1. Kim Madrano, what's he going to do with it? He stops, pulls up, comes up short, has it blocked by Hughes. Really not the best effort. And here comes Hughes. He gets it. He's touched. No foul there. All of a sudden, big numbers. 4-on-3 here. It's Castillo. He comes hard to the hoop. He puts it up, and it's, almost good. So what an exchange. First of all, the big follow dunk by MJ. Wow. And that got the crowd here up and going. I need to get a throat lozenge for Kenny Calvin.
VP, I tried my best not to yell and bust your eardrums.
I was right there with you, dude. Well, it came out of nowhere. It was just a quick follow dunk by Marcus. But then the Corsairs had 2 opportunities to score down here. Didn't capitalize on either one of them. And now the hard-working Randy Castillo out of Albuquerque High School in New Mexico has put the Renegades up by 2, 18-16. We see Lee and Garner come in for the Renegades. We see Knight coming in. By the way, Leandrew Knight is from Cabrillo High School over here in Lompoc. Where's number 22? And Castillo gives the Renegades a 3-point lead with 5:46 to go in this first half. Full court press getting put on. Oh, goodness, what a save by Mouton.
Largest lead of the game for the Renegades.
A 1-3-1 zone in its purest form with Garner at the free throw line. And
Nice block.
it was a big block, and look at this. They finally get it to go in. That's Lucas Zeman. He put it down, and Coach Thomas talking to the officials like, hey, there's a lot of contact over there on my big fella. Lee comes in, and that's going to be, thought it may be a travel, but they're going to say no. It's a foul on Lucas Zeman, the 6'8", 200-pound sophomore. He wants to have a quick word with Bob.
Well, I'll tell you what. I haven't seen Bob in action much, but he's on point tonight.
Well, Lucas was asking for a travel. He said, hey, look, Jeff traveled before there was any possible contact by me, but now at the line, Jeffrey Lee, the sophomore out of Union High School in Grand Rapids. This is a bonus free throw. Misses the first, and that's all he'll get.
Shahada Camp communicating with his team to get set on defense.
A floater. It's a nice pass to the big guy. He came up and put it in. Kyle Young, too lazy of a pass for the Renegades to let that to happen.
Absolutely.
And Camp is fouled by Chasten Mouton, and Mouton's going to get called for that because he's using his hands.
Yeah, and I see any matchup on the top of the key for Shahada Camp is a mismatch. No man can hold him one-on-one right now.
DeGrate comes in for Mouton. And now we're going to see the big bounce of Marcus Jones come back in.
I think he just wanted to come to the bench to get a high five from everybody after that putback slam.
He wanted to come back. He wanted to come back get a peace sign from his athletic director, Sandy Taylor, over there. So you see that, boss? Camp makes the first of two.
Shahada Camp, one of the calmest, coolest guards I've seen in a long time. Never seems rattled.
Well, he's an aged veteran sophomore now, right?
Absolutely. Has the game-winning buzzer beater over Christmas break. Leading the division in scoring. Has to be feeling great from confidence standpoint. (21-20) Renegades with 4:30 remaining to play in the first half.
Oh, the ball bounced and hit the sidelines. Oh, goodness. So DeGrate didn't think it hit the sideline, but the official was standing right on top of it. 21-20, 4.5 left. Castillo kicks it out to Lee. Lee with the pump fake. Lee comes in hard. Thought he would draw contact, does not. Oh, big move out there by DeGrate, and then an even better pickup by Knight. But the ball stolen by Camp, or is it? Now it's stolen by Garner. Bodies everywhere. Castillo has it on the far hash. He thought about it for a second. He wants to take the big fella down low. The big fella lets him. Camp has it in the corner. Now what's he going to do? Slows it down with 15 on the shot clock. Brings it back out to Castillo. Castillo said, I got it. Woo!
How about the confidence of the young man Castillo off the bench?
Swish.
Ice in his veins.
(24-20), Renegades up. 3:48 to go in this first half. What started off with the evening being an icy, chilly, cool evening in the gym and outside. I had a cold, brisk breeze just getting in here. But the Renegades couldn't make a bucket, and now all of a sudden they put 20 up to make it 24-20. And these teams, although the Blue Corsairs are taller, no getting around what Coach Hughes said last week. Fastest team he's had in a long, long time.
Yeah, they're doing a great job getting in position.
Look at that. Jones, beautiful pass to Lee. Lee off the glass. A timeout taken by Coach Thomas. He wants a timeout right now. Oh, I thought he did. He asked for it. Must have waved it off. He gave it one of this right here.
Like we said, last trip down, the speed of the Renegade
Oh,
as they give up that 2-point layup is allowing them to play an oversized Santa Monica team in the paint. They're beating them to the spot.
Mouton with a beautiful floater. Jones comes in, lots of contact, but no foul. And now Coach Thomas does want a timeout. He wants to take a break here with 2:56. And we'll take a short break, under 3 to go here. We'll come back and bring us into halftime right after this on Bakersfield.com.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on, and a vehicle you can trust from Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
.256 remaining here in this first half. Vance Palm alongside Kenny Calvin. Christian on camera. Spencer handling all things technical here for Bakersfield.com. 26-22. The Renegades up 4. Under 3 to go here in this first half.
Santa Monica doing a great job handling the BC Renegade press.
Oh, wow. Kyle Young, the 6'9 center, being called using a forearm on Randy Castillo, a 5'10 guard. The last thing Coach Thomas wants is his center 11 inches taller getting a clear out foul on a tiny guard underneath the hoop. Ay, ay, ay.
And that's just pure frustration.
Travel, Castillo slid his foot. That offense with the Renegades has a lot of jump stop pivots and looks, and that one got away from him.
Absolutely.
Okay, here's this 3-front zone press. Parham handles it.
Carried again and got away with it.
There's a strong move.
He traveled.
Big travel, no call. The putback in there by Marcus Harris. I thought he was going to go up and try to thunder dunk it and stuttered. Definitely walked. No call, though. 26-24, 2-point game with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Garner to Lee.
Lee, big, strong move to the bucket. Oh, he just misses that. But, you know, the field goal, the whole – oh, look at this. The whole backboard was shaking when Lee went up to shoot it. And so the ball just kind of bounced off of the hoop. And look at Coach Hughes saying the same thing. He goes, hey, look, my guy shot a layup, and the whole backboard was shaking. So the official telling him, look, inadvertent contact with one of those guys' shoulders or heads. That's how high they're jumping.
Big time leap.
Hey, he was inadvertent contact with the head off of the backboard mat. How's that?
26-24 with Garner at the line. 1:48 remaining to play in the first half. If I knew who our halftime guest was, I would tell you. But it may just be me and VP.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Missed free throws by the Renegades, still a 2-point lead. Parham for a second thought about it. Another strong move on the baseline, but that's a tough angle to get that bounce, and kept alive by the Corsairs, and a lot of work down there by Leandrew Knight. The 6'3", 200-pound freshman tied this game up with 1:15 to go. Tied up at 26.
Coach Hughes sending in the call.
Five on the shot clock. The shot's got to go up. Will it go up? Jones, Lee's got to put it up. Oh, he gets rid of it just in time. Rattles in and out. They knew the whole time. Had me fooled.
And how about Jones battling on the offensive glass? He already has the put-back dunk. But I want to say he's kept alive at least 4 more for extra opportunities for the Renegades.
All right, 4 across the free throw line is what they want on the inbounds play. They get it in to Jones. Medrano pulls it out. About 17-second differential. Lee, strong move to the hole.
Lee tried to put back his own missed shot.
Well, what another nice bucket by Leandrew Knight. Knight has been really playing well.
Yeah, he has that Euro step down.
Yep,
That's his third one tonight.
He sure does. 20 seconds remains in the half. Santa Monica up 2. Coach Hughes wants the last shot to be his and only his.
Look like we got Coach Dahl snuck up here trying to get some halftime action.
Lee looks good.
Oh, at the buzzer.
Is good. 29-28 at the half. Wow, 29-28 at the half. And we'll take a quick break, and I believe Kenny's going to have Coach Paula Dahl here at halftime to talk about her upcoming game and how the season's going. The abbreviated Renegade report, 29-28 after that big 3 at the end there by Jeffrey Lee. It counts. Renegades up 1. We'll be back with our halftime special guest, Paula Dahl, 29-28 at the half on Bakersfield.com.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on, and a vehicle you can trust from Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Now at Les Schwab Tires, save up to $200 on a set of 4 Toyo tires, including the Open Country AT2, which has been one of our best sellers. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Running your business is hard work, but with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses, and we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Welcome to the BC Basketball Halftime Show with Kenny Calvin and my special guest, head coach of women's BC Basketball, Coach Paula Dahl. How you doing, Coach?
Good. How you doing, Kenny?
Doing great. Always great to have an opportunity to come up and support you guys from the top. But more than anything, let's talk about conference. We're midway through somewhat. Had our first 2 over the past week. How we're feeling so far?
You know, that loss to Canyons was a real heartbreaker. You know, we were just right there with them, and then when we didn't close the deal and went down to West LA We were doing a great job, but as soon as Jasmine Rodriguez got into foul trouble, if she's not on the floor, we struggle.
Uh-huh.
And because we've been relying on her for 40 minutes a night. So the second quarter, we lost ground, and then the second half, we played fine, but we just didn't make up the ground that we'd lost.
Definitely one of the things that we noticed from the top, how the team operates at such an efficient level when Jasmine is on the floor.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of the challenges you've had as trying to get some of the younger guards who play behind her to have that same intensity when they come back on the floor.
You know, it's just really tough. We've got some great freshman guards, but they're still trying to get the college experience
I agree.
and understanding, and so we can get great things out of them in spurts. It's just night to night consistency, which is just being young. And you know, as we continue to work with them, we're really looking forward to this spring and being able to develop more and do more to get them ready for next year. But you know, there's a lot of promise there. They're just young.
Definitely. You took the words right out of my mouth, Coach. One of the toughest things with this short turnover of a junior college career, you know, you have 2 years to work with kids. Freshmen, you barely have any time at all to influence them the way that they need to be influenced. So having the opportunity to have a great coaching staff like you have with the full roster. I just saw Mr. Dean come in, you know, another guy that I grew up under.
Oh, yeah. I'm so blessed right now. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, so let's talk about the staff a bit, because that's what I want to allude to. Some of the things that helps teams overall is having a great staff, because we don't have as much time as a four-year school.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to get things done and input it in those brains quickly. So how has it been having that great coaching staff you have?
You know, Kenny, I've been doing this for 25 years, and this is the first year, and part of it got forced because of my injury, but this is the first year I've had the support like I have.
I agree.
You know, I've got Coach Kel Dean, who's out just shaking the bushes, recruiting hard, and Coach Bingham is doing the same, and then having Alex Green, who played for me, and Rosebrook Hunt that played for me, and Michaela's not here as much as they want, but they were all three on my conference championship teams.
Yes.
They all went on and played Division II on scholarship. They are all waiting to get into their master's degree. So they're the complete and total role model that we need to have. And one of the things that's been really great is after the close loss with Canyons and stuff, we've had our team scrimmaging against our coaches every day.
Beautiful.
And, you know, because now they have to play elevated. They have to play higher, and hoping that we'll see that translate onto the floor. So, yeah, it has been such a huge blessing to have this staff and to hopefully continue to have them. And, you know, I foresee Clarence forever, and I'm hoping Grant and Kel will be with us. And with the others, you know, I'll take them as long as I can. But our whole goal here at BC is to help them. I was recruiting a kid last night, and I said, I'm here to help you achieve your dream.
Absolutely.
Basketball is going to be a part of that, but if you want to be a nurse, then that's what I'm all about, is to help you become a nurse.
Absolutely.
And we got 4 high schools coming tonight, and we're really excited about that. So
I'm excited about that as well, because that's one of the things that me and VP talked about. You know, we want to do the best we can from a media perspective to help get bodies in the seats. So
yeah.
as the year continues, anything we can do from a media standpoint. I know we got a great media staff, but one thing about Bakersfield College, it's a community-based organization, and we're pivotal in the community based on the fact that we're working out there. And I would love to do anything I can to help get some extra bodies in as well.
No, and that's awesome. And that's one of the things, you know, Mark McFarlane is going to be here early, and they've got some very key players that we want. And Todd's going to give them a little tour, and I just said, you got to make sure you highlight what we have going here.
Yes.
With you and Van and what's happening. This is huge. This is big time.
We dreamed of having this kind of visual support as players 20 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the team tonight. I see we're out in our pinks.
Yes.
What's our specifics with our pink home uniforms?
You know, it's just tonight. This month for women's basketball is Cancer Awareness Month, and
nice.
And so we like to pull out the pinks and
beautiful.
And hope they bring us some luck tonight.
Well,
and
I
love all that good
it.
stuff.
I definitely love seeing it, Coach. My mother-in-law is a 7-time cancer survivor, Sherry Harrison. And every time I see it, I immediately think about her strength and how it transcends to what we do. And, you know, we play a game. You know, we're part of a game. It's definitely more to us than what we do on the floor.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see that we're able to use our public awareness to spread that message.
Well, there are 7 members in my immediate family, and 5 of us have had cancer.
Wow.
So I get it. Wow. It's hit very close to home with us.
Wow. So let's talk about tonight, Coach. Just thinking about what we need to accomplish to get our first conference win. What goes into the mindset of the pregame talk that you give the ladies tonight?
Well, hopefully they started yesterday. We gave them the scouting report and all this stuff, but we spent a lot of time working with mental imagery and breathing and relaxation and doing highlight reels in your head that kind of brings you back to focus and to come up with your one word that's going to bring you back. And so, the challenge they gave to each other, and we're hoping that they do that. The biggest thing we've got to do tonight is we got to dominate the boards. Against Canes, we had the 65 rebounds, which was great, but we got to relax and score on the free throw line.
I agree.
And the more we can get them to take the ball to the rim, the better off we're going to be. The other night I was at a high school game, and the game has just evolved to 3-point, 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 and that's not our game. We don't shoot proficiently enough, and most girls and women's teams don't shoot proficiently enough. So what I implemented after watching that is the last 2 days, you get 3 points if you score in the key, 2 points if you score mid-range, and only 1 point for a 3. Yeah. Because right now with all the teams that we're playing, especially with West LA and Santa Monica having a smaller squad, it looks like their squad's a little bit bigger tonight, but we got to go at them and try to get them in foul trouble.
Absolutely.
And you don't do that just passing the ball around the perimeter. So, as we continue to develop and grow, and I think they're going to be really excited tonight and anxious to get after it. And
Well, Coach, I'll tell you, I love your philosophy. I've watched it year in and year out. Just like we said, it's the challenge of getting the younger players to buy into the philosophy that haven't been around long enough to know it works, right?
Yeah, exactly. I try to write a note to them every day, and today's was, to have faith and trust in your teammates and faith and trust in your coaches. And I think that that's just a really big part of what we're doing.
Coach, you took the words right out of my mouth. If you go back and listen to our broadcast last week, you would hear me saying, I can tell that at times they're not listening to what Coach just talked about, because I'll come over and try to sneak an ear in to get what you're telling them on timeouts, and then I try to have a visual of what if they're doing what you asked them to do. There are times where they hadn't been, and those are the times where we're losing those opportunities to capitalize, correct?
Well, and that's just part of the process. And, it's just something that we'll continue to work with and continue to develop. And it's not as easy for kids to just trust. There's the basketball series on ESPN, and they talked about when it changed. It was when I can't think of his name, that attacked Carlissimo several years ago. Sprewell. And they said that's when it changed, that coaches aren't just your coach, so you just trust and listen.
Yes.
And, and so we got to continue to develop that and continue to help them understand, no, we're here just to help you. And they're not doing it belligerently or anything like that. It's just part of the process.
Yeah, it's part of the young athletic process. And I'm going to tell you something that's extremely funny. Me and my dad, my father-in-law, had lunch today, and we talked about P.J. Carlissimo and Sprewell, because he was trying to figure out if Sprewell was in Oakland or if he was in Minnesota. And I was like, he was in Oakland. He was like, no, I think it was a green team. But the message was the same. Nowadays, kids don't have the trust in their coaching staffs as fast as we used to, because we didn't have all the distractions
exactly
back in the days like they have now. After they walk off the court, they're plugging up iPods and they're on Snapchat and Facebook and all these things that take them away from everything that we just taught them in those last 4 hours, correct?
Well, yeah, I was reading something the other day, and it was just about the fact of learning how to be bored. And then we don't know how to be bored anymore.
Absolutely.
And in that process is when you get creativity and you come up with different ways to do things. Our mind is actively going all the time, and as a result, we don't listen very well.
I agree, Coach. I definitely agree. I just had that talk with my father-in-law on lunch, and I can't wait to play this interview back so he can know that we're on the same page. Well, Coach Dahl,
Kenny, we are always on the same page.
we're always on the same page. Coach Dahl, I know you got to get prepared. We got about 2 minutes left before the men get back in action, but as always, I appreciate watching your work, man, and it's
Thank
an
you,
honor.
Kenny. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. And we'll be right back after this break with more BC men's basketball with Vance Palm and Kenny Calvin right after this.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Thank you, Kenny. Great interview with head coach Paula Dahl, Lady Renegades. Looking forward to that game coming up right after this. Some interesting nuggets in that interview that I'd like to pull back when we get a couple minutes. But right now, second half of the men's game, the Renegades, after a Jeffrey Lee 3 to finish the half, literally at the buzzer. 1 point lead, 29-28 as we get rolling here. Same starting 5. Same starting 10, actually. Camp with the miss. Tried to draw contact on Kyle Young and give him his third foul, but didn't happen. Whistle away from the ball, and he does get it.
Second time.
So now Kyle Young does get his third foul. And so officials explaining to Coach Thomas, look, I was going to wait on the call, but when he finally finished and went all the way around with it, then I have to make it. It's one thing to do this, Kenny, completely different.
Yes.
Stick that arm all the way around. And when you're the tallest dude in the building.
Nice block by Jones.
And, well, turnover, Renegades. And then Jones came in from behind. I thought he was going to get called for the foul. Big contact, great indoor inbounds play to Leandrew Knight. And Coach Hughes fuming right now. Camp running the floor, a lot of contact, and he gets the bucket, no foul. Shahada Camp, coast to coast.
That kid's fearless.
Press break by the Corsairs. The long bomb gets put up by Harris, doesn't go. Rebound to Medrano. Quick pass to the corner to Camp. Camp thought about it for a second. A lot of contact there. Shahada draws it, and the foul, I believe, is going to be on Teddy Parham. It is, so Parham called for a foul. And that's only his first of the evening, so he's okay there, but he Teddy Parham hasn't had the kind of game we thought we'd get from him, yet anyway.
Yeah, you would think that he would actually go in the locker room and put 2 shoes on that matched, since he's not playing as flashy as he looks.
Oh, my man, Kenneth Calvin. He seems to be detached just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely not good body language by the young man out of Los Angeles Notre Dame High School for the Santa Monica Corsairs, as he's coached up by Coach Thomas. And now they're actually about to need him on defense.
New shot clock. Renegades will get it down low. Jones gets it into Van Uden. Oh, goodness. Coaching staff for the Renegades, like, are you kidding me? We got it to him right underneath the hoop.
Not great spacing for the Renegades, but they set it back up with Camp as he attacks. Looking like and one as he converts the layup.
He thought he was going to get it, did not get the foul, but right now the Renegades answer 34-30. And that's a really goofy foul by Kobe Garner. No need whatsoever, way out at the half-court line.
Absolutely. Playing straight-legged, no bend at the knees, not sliding his feet and just reaching. Corsairs kick it to the wing.
Harris has the ball knocked out of his hands.
I believe he just lost that, but he was
one on the shot
down.
clock. The one on the shot clock. So something's really spectacular is going to have to go up. Oh, look at that. You've got to be kidding me. That's pretty spectacular. The fact that he even had that open look.
Yeah, nice job by Leandrew Knight creating some space.
Boy, that was nice.
Garner attacking the basket was bumped. And that's a great call by the official 23 feet away from the call. Should have been an easy call for the official on the baseline. Nonetheless, Kobe Garner goes to the line for 2.
That's 3 on Mouton. And you have Cal Young with 3.
Once again, attack the basket, get rewarded.
2 key players for the Corsairs with 3 fouls.
Got Christian yawning to my left. Cut that out, young man. We got another game to go.
Yawning? He just woke, he just got out of bed. Free throws made by Garner. 6-point lead for the Renegades. Largest of the evening. Oh, sorry, 4 points, sorry. 36-32.
Nice hands by Camp. Renegades create the turnover.
Madrano waiting for the 3. Just couldn't get it to go. Would have been punishing. Wilson with the rebound. Here's a lob.
Oh. And I'll tell you the reason why that was converted. After the missed 3,
nobody got back.
Madrano casually pimp walks back a few steps while his man beats him down the floor.
He wasn't the only guy walking back, Kenny. Van Uden, that's a nice move. Go up with it. Oh, he can't convert. And that's a foul on, I believe it's going to be on Marcus Jones, and it is on Jones.
Can't fault the effort. He's been doing a great job. He's trying to get that second tip dunk of the night. We'll see.
How about
Malik
this?
Tautau.
Tautau coming in, the freshman, Foothill High School Trojan.
How about Foothill this week?
They are putting it together, man. They are putting it together. That's going to be trouble over there for Parham. Got rid of it, and they were able to convert. Zeman waiting for it. Wow, 2-point game.
Camp picks up his dribble.
Oh, goodness. And Coach Thomas can't believe it. He had Marcus Jones trapped, and Jones was actually looking to call a timeout.
Definitely was a bump. I'd say that official's not Coach Thomas's favorite right now because he's been calling everything he sees.
We're tied up, second half.
Castillo back on the floor for the first time in the second half. We got Camp trying to fight the trap.
Jones, Medrano floats one.
He was fouled low.
Couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Corsairs. Ball comes out to Parham on the far side. Parham thought about it for a second, comes in, has the ball stripped. Shahada Camp stops for a second. He's at the elbow, and Medrano was wide open. Castillo at the baseline, comes in, throws it out. Bad pass. Should have never made it. Here comes Harris, and Harris getting fouled all the way down the floor. And one too many passes, maybe two too many passes for the Renegades. Medrano had a wide open look right here.
Yep, passing up open shots when you have numbers. It's never a good thing. 36-36 with 15:57 to play.
Under 16 to go here in regulation, tied at 36. There's a wide open look for Parham, and how about this? The young man who hasn't been able to put it together tonight may be starting.
Great job by the Renegades keeping their eyes up as they try to break the press.
Yep.
Have to see the floor. Coach Hughes hoping that insert Castillo.
Oh gosh, Castillo had his back turned. Ball bounced off the side of his hip, and now he comes in and puts one up off the glass, doesn't get it to go. He's looking for a foul. Doesn't get it, and oh, believe it or not, that would have been Santa Monica's ball. Parham tried to save it and didn't have to.
And that's what happens when you put in that extra effort like Camp did.
Lee comes in for Medrano.
How about Coach Hughes' style, though? Has to be the most stylish coach in the conference.
Jones in trouble, more in trouble. Oh, Lee bails him out. Camp with a look. That looks good.
That is good.
Tied at 39. Oh, Mal. What a pass. And Jeffrey Lee or somebody got caught sleeping down there. And Marcus Harris, not somebody you want to leave wide open.
Yeah, and it's happening way too often. Coach Hughes can't like that. We're getting beat back every trip.
Camp to the elbow, floats one up, doesn't get it, back of the rim. Parham with the rebound.
Renegades jump back in that 3-2 zone.
Oh, they got floated up on a fake pass, fake shot. Here comes Castillo. He's pushing the issue. Stolen by the Corsairs. And it's 4-on-4 right now. Literally 4-on-4. Oh, what a pass.
Nice pass.
Beautiful pass. And it goes. Jordan Wilson on the receiving end of a beauty by Parham.
Right now it looks like Shahada Camp and Coach Hughes having a little heated discussion.
Well, that might not work out for Shahada. Castillo, Lee, and Tau coming out.
Yeah, and there's a thin line
between love and hate.
In competitive spirit.
Look, I had that on my playlist today by the Pretenders, so you walked right into it.
There you go. Hey, I'm always hitting you with one. You finally got me.
Love and hate. Free throw made by Jordan Wilson. And he gets a lot of love coming off that bench on that big three-point play. All of a sudden, a 5-point lead. What a swing, for the Corsairs.
Yeah,
Wow.
great job by the Corsairs not giving up on themselves after the Renegades came out hot in the second half.
Beautiful. Van Uden just loses the handle, able to hang on to it. Ooh, boy.
It must be down under style or New Zealand style.
Close to a New Zealand walk. Look out.
That was palming right there.
Knight, offensive foul on the Corsairs. He can't believe it. It'll be Renegade basketball.
Well, Knight got away with the palm on the way in. He brought that ball up about ear level.
Both coaches taking advantage of this quiet gym, barking out some serious orders right now. A lot of contact in the middle of the floor. Camp. Back over to Garner. Goes off Van Uden.
Nice screen by Van Uden.
Parham gets out of Medrano quickly. Medrano.
Nice.
And Uden with the work, and he keeps it alive long enough for Camp to get it. That is all Blake Van Uden.
Oh.
Medrano.
There he is. Classic set shot of Medrano.
Three-point beauty, tied at 44. Wow.
This has turned into a great game, ladies and gentlemen.
Parham puts his up, doesn't get it to rebound by Harris, but he's upset because he had it in both of his hands. Both of his hands.
It's the effort and energy of Van Uden. Oh, we got Camp with an injury. Hopefully that's not a shoulder.
Okay, so Shahada Camp
looks like
going
shoulders.
back to see the training staff for the Renegades. He comes out immediately, and right back into it comes Marcus Jones.
Speaking of training staff, this doesn't seem the same without seeing Mr. Fred Smith walk around, who retired last semester.
Garner over to Medrano. Medrano over to Garner. Castillo thought about it. Hard drive, throws it over to Medrano. Medrano comes in, and oh, that's a tough call to take if you're the Corsairs.
Yes, it was, but it definitely was a foul as Medrano was out of control.
Lucas Zeman gets called for the foul. That's his third personal. So Coach Thomas now and his coaching staff having to talk over some of their options and strategies. And they're going to go to a good one, Jordan Wilson.
Yeah, not a bad one to have. Castillo looking to take over where Camp left off. Probably got away with another travel as he slid his pivot foot. But Medrano, I was just about to say, how are we going to supplement the offense of Shahada Camp? And Medrano knocks down his second three in a row.
And picks up a foul.
And he picks up the foul, but we know he can get hot in an instant.
Renegades with a three-point lead, 47-44. 11:59 in regulation.
Full court pressure applied by Medrano.
And whistle was blown by the first official on the baseline, so anything that happened after that is insignificant.
I got to tell you, I love the way Van Uden protects the paint. That kid is tough. 47-44, Renegades.
Wow, they're still able to get it in just underneath the hoop. A lot of battle for it, and that's going to be a foul. And I believe the foul is going to be called on Kobe Garner. Yeah, it is. Kobe was down low, and they got him. So Kobe's got three now.
And if the Renegades, when they go back and watch these bang, bang in the plate or in the paint. Rebound opportunities that they're missing out. You know, when you're shorter than a guy, you can't hope to continue to out-jump him. You have to get lower than him and continue to root him out. And that's going to be some of the things that they talk about when they go back and review this film.
Jordan Wilson doing his part, making free throws. 1 point lead for the Renegades. Castillo going to get in trouble? No, he got rid of it quick enough. Garner up top. Jones has it stripped. Medrano goes baseline. He's going to get himself trapped. Flips it over to Castillo. Castillo goes baseline. Back out to Garner. Someone's got to shoot it. Castillo from deep. Oh!
Ice in his veins. Castillo with his second deep three of the night.
And a lot of times when you're out of time, you just got to hoist it up. It's all instincts. You know, you're not even thinking. No time to think.
No time to think. Let it fly, right?
4 point lead for the Renegades. Harris kicks one off. Oh, and it's mishandled. Unfortunately, here comes a fast break, we think, by the Renegades. Castillo thought about it. Back to Medrano. Goes, I'll take it. Comes up just short. Rebound, Parham, Corsairs. Wilson right out in front of us. Wilson comes in, puts it up, gets it to go.
You have to stop the basketball way earlier than that. We allow him to dribble all the way into the paint.
Boy, he's nice.
And he definitely is nice.
6'6", 210 out of Athlos Leadership Academy in San Antonio, Texas.
He's played inside and out tonight, Vince.
Medrano has the lane, puts it up and in.
How about Medrano, fearless, inside and out.
Long pass and big contact, and that's going to be DeGrate going up for two. Castillo on the foul.
Ooh, that was a whole lot of ball up top.
Hey, for one of the toughest dudes I know and one of the hardest hitting guys I've ever known, man, you're a soft dude when it comes to your Renegades fouling.
Oh, hey, VP.
He barely got touched, VP. He barely got hit, VP. If we were up in that football booth right now, you got to lay it on him. You got to knock him out.
VP, I was the most foulingest backup point guard you ever saw.
Exactly. But all of a sudden, man, Renegades can't commit a foul with you. You're the best, dude. You're the best.
Yeah, I'll be honest about that. When it came down to it, and Kenny Calvin came in the game under Hudson and Coach Hill.
They had to warm up to get new whistles, those little balls in the whistle.
I'm using all my 5 fouls in my 5 minutes I might get.
DeGrate at the line, made the first. 52-49. Corsairs trail by 3, makes the second. So 52-50 the score, and a timeout taken by Coach Thomas. And he wants a full one. We'll take a quick timeout and be back right after this on Bakersfield.com.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on, and a vehicle you can trust from Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Grow starts small, and it happens fast. An idea becomes a plan. That plan gets brought to life. At Rabobank, we provide the financial solutions hardworking families need to thrive, like convenient personal banking and home lending. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Thank you, Spencer. We're back. Bakersfield.com, our director and producer, giving us the nod. Christian on camera. Kenny's already accused Christian of yawning. I didn't see it. So I can't jump on the bandwagon. We'll try to keep you awake, Christian. Kenny's the boring one, not me. Okay, Kenny, 10 minutes, 5 seconds left in this regulation, a 52-50 game.
Good to see Shahada Camp back on the floor.
Oh, boy. So Coach Hughes, they come out when press offense, and he has to burn a timeout right here. And it's a full timeout, but since since we just left, we'll stay here. Kenny's going to go eavesdrop over there for a second on Coach Thomas, see what he can come up with for the Corsairs, see what he's telling his guys, and I'll try to listen in with Coach Hughes as I talk about the Renegade men's schedule. Santa Monica at home tonight, at Canyons this Saturday night. We're back next Wednesday. LA Pierce, men's game only. Men's game only next Wednesday. And that'll be a 7 o'clocker. So that's a men's game only next week. And then West LA on Saturday the 16th. And then we're at Santa Monica to finish up conference play on the 22nd. So with 10:05 remaining here in the regulation, Renegades just came out to take the ball out in the press and couldn't get it in. Nice defense by Joshua Thomas. Listening just for a second here, Coach Hughes, they're right below me. And Kenny went and listened to Coach Thomas. What did Coach Joshua Thomas have to say?
Well, Coach Thomas kept it simple. He reminded the guys that we're so oversized, you guys are allowing them to root you out. All you have to do is wall out and extend to establish position.
That's good advice. Coach Hughes didn't draw that up. Big rebound in there by Jones. Everybody's reaching for it. Will there be a call? Will there be a whistle? And it's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, and that's an instance where, as the rest of the Renegades on the floor, you have to come to the ball. You can't stay where you are when your guy is triple
Quick little
teamed.
outlet right here, and they got a fast break.
Absolutely. You have to come and call for the ball in those instances.
Okay, Mouton will take it out, gets it into Young. Young.
Offensive foul.
An offensive foul. That'll be his fourth.
And that's his third offensive foul of the night. Definitely a situation where Kyle Young is so frustrated with the intensity of the defenders who are undersized that he just isn't thinking his way through his moves.
And the sophomore from Beverly Hills is going to have to take a seat with 9:46 to go in regulation. Oh, you know Coach Thomas wanted him. But he's been ineffective this evening.
Renegades looking to get set up and run offense.
Santa Monica in man-to-man. Shahada Campbell, a beautiful, beautiful move. Oh, and he misses the layup. Golly, that was nice. That was nice. Two good fakes, had a wide open layup. Wilson back up top to Mouton.
That was Camp's first shot since the shoulder injury, so that may have a little bit to do with it.
I don't know. 3-2 zone by Renegades. At times 1-2-2, changes just a hair. Point blank miss by Offenjar.
And VP, I got to tell you, I love Lee's energy off the bench. He does a great job keeping plays alive.
He's a threat, too. He's a threat. They have to account for him. Ball comes into Medrano. Dominant southpaw. And DeGrate's pushing him to his right. And all that does is give him a ton of room to come around with the left. That's exactly what he did. He set him up, actually.
Yeah, DeGrate hasn't done his homework on the lefty. Renegade stretching it to a 4-point lead. Nice hands by Garner.
Tried to get into Harris. And, oh, that's a nice-looking shot there by Offenjar. Medrano, great shake and bake, throws it out to Camp. Camp's not going to pull that with Wilson right in his face. He'll take that. Big contact by Offenjar, and Camp will go to the line. So Shahada Camp is a force to deal with when he puts the ball on the ground.
Love his intensity. He had the same attitude when we called games for the Renegades last year. Just didn't have as many minutes. Now you see what happens when you give him minutes.
He's a point guard that covers ground with his first dribble. Puts the ball on the ground, and he gets a good 5 or 6 feet with one dribble. coach younger. It makes the first one. You coach younger players, high school and younger. Don't waste a dribble. Don't waste a dribble.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna dribble, get somewhere with it. Make the defense react. Stretch that floor out, and Shahada Camp does that. He puts that ball on the floor. It is not for 1 or 2 feet. He gets somewhere with it. Then he has that great pump fake. So what a talented guard.
Absolutely. I'm very impressed. And he makes his free throws.
Oh, I gotta love Coach Thomas. While it's quiet in here, he goes, take the ball in and go to the spot you're supposed to be at. That's some pretty simple basketball right there. Take the ball out and go to the place you're supposed to be.
And that was the message he had during that timeout. You guys are getting too pretty.
Great defense, numbers, Renegades. Lee puts it up and in. 6-point lead for the Renegades.
Lee wanted to flush that too.
Parham, back of the rim, doesn't go. Harris, big rebound. Oh, big move by Harris, but he couldn't get it in. They're missing from point-blank range, but that time Zeman got it in. Back to a 4-point deficit for the Corsairs. Renegades up 58-54.
Shahada Camp to set up the offense with Castillo, Jones, Lee, and Medrano on the floor.
Camp to Lee. Lee from behind the arc. Oh, didn't get a go, but look at this. Camp with the rebound.
Poor spacing by the Renegades right now, though. Camp has the matchup he wants. I'm not sure why you would go pick and roll when he has the advantage.
Got fouled, or at least the officials say so. Leandrew Knight doesn't think so. But is it coincidence that it was his number? I say no.
Shahada Camp looking to try to extend this lead with 6:32 remaining to play. It's definitely the guy you want at the line if you're the Renegades. And he misses the first after I jinx him.
Isn't that great? Man, that's great props right there, Kenny. Clank. The other night we were calling the CSUB Roadrunner game, and every time my partner Greg Kerr would say that same thing, miss a free throw, and he said, I'm going to stop saying it. I
actually watched that game the other night.
Dan Marley walking in front of us just huffing and puffing.
Yep.
Wilson has it right out in front of us. Harris thought about it, comes in, and Harris, I'll tell you what, Marcus Harris, 6'8", 210 out of Santa Monica. It's a nice little squad here.
Definitely very skilled for a big man. I think if Castillo stayed and planted his feet, he could have drove the charge, but it's a tough task as they call the foul on.
So Parham's going to get the call here. Only a second, though. He's okay. But he and Medrano were out exchanging pleasantries right around the top of the key, and Parham got called for it. We're going to see Van Uden come in for the Renegades.
Perfect timing as well. Van Uden battles in the paint. Right now we're undersized on the floor.
Medrano. That rim had no chance of being hit by that swish free throw. That thing just floated by the rim.
Medrano had 5 total points in the first half. He's already doubled that by a long shot. 60-56 remaining. Or 61-56 with 6 minutes remaining to play.
Kenny just said it. We're under 6 now. 5-point lead for the Renegade. Knight has to pull up. A lot of traffic down underneath that hole. Shot goes up, and what a tough bucket by Jordan Wilson. Jordan Wilson absolutely making a difference tonight for the Corsairs.
Yeah, from start to finish, he's done a great job. He comes back out and guards the point guard. It just goes to show how talented he is. As they skip it to Van Uden.
Looked like a walk, wasn't. And, oh, wow, they called it on Parham. I think of anybody that was on Harris, and I believe that Parham's third is, he may have a case there. He may have a case there, but I can't take sides. 58 points for the Corsairs and 62 now as Medrano just puts up the first of a double bonus. So every foul that Santa Monica commits now, runner's going to have the luxury of 2 at the line.
Great pressure by Medrano.
And now the official's going to call it right back on Medrano. So Ainias Medrano and he picks up his third, so.
Coach Hughes didn't like that one.
Well, and now you're seeing Lucas Zeman go over and talk to Parham, his teammate, and say, keep it cool, keep cool. One more in there in the double bonus, keep cool.
Yeah, it's getting tight. 5-point lead for the Renegades. One foul away from the double bonus. And that's no good. Castillo playing with some great confidence right now. Camp in the corner for 3, and it's good.
Shahada Camp. That is a big 3. Back to a 7-point lead. Sorry, an 8-point lead. 8-point lead.
And look at the bounce in Shahada's step as he defends after making that 3. It's something about making baskets that makes you a better defender.
Van Uden and Zeman getting into it underneath the hoop. There's a foul on that shot, and Knight will go to the line, and that's going to be 10 up on the scoreboard. So both teams in the double bonus with 4:18 to go. At the line now, Leandrew Knight, freshman guard out of Cabrillo High School in Lompoc, makes the first.
Parham will go sit down as he's relieved by Chasten Mouton out of Houston, Texas, Dulles High School.
A timeout taken with 4:18. It's a full one. We'll take a quick break. Kenny and I will listen in to the coaches and come back with reports. 66-59, Renegades up on Bakersfield.com.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk. Growth starts small, and it happens fast. An idea becomes a plan. That plan gets brought to life. At Rabobank, we provide the financial solutions hardworking families need to thrive, like convenient personal banking and home lending. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Now at Les Schwab Tires, save up to $200 on a set of 4 Toyo tires, including the Open Country AT2, which has been one of our best sellers. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing matters.
Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools.
We're back after the timeout. Well, I could hear your coach over there, the side you were covering from a long ways away. Coach Thomas not happy. What do you have to say?
Message was simple, VP. Stop wasting time and throw it to Jordan. That's what he said. We wasted enough time already. Basically, his message was that we're taking too long in the shot clock to get the ball to Jordan.
Thank you, Kenny. Coach Hughes just said, hey, look, we've got to get these guys playing side to side. We've got to move that ball from sideline to sideline. And it looks like that's what they're going to do right here. A little three-man weave up top and just getting this defense to move around a little bit. Camp for a second. Tried to go baseline. Shut down by Knight. 2 on the shot clock. Ball's got to go up. Bad shot. And a fast break opportunity. 2-on-1 if they give it up. And no foul. No call at least. But Knight with the putback. 66-61. Renegades 5-point lead.
Hopefully the Renegades don't get stagnant and try to run this clock out and continue to run offense.
No foul. Medrano misses, and it looks like it's going to be a BC rebound, long rebound. Medrano over to Camp. 3 minutes and just a few seconds left here in regulation. 66-61. Renegades up 5. Camp right in front of us.
Well, I'll say one thing about Marcus Jones. He's doing such a great job on the glass. He even got one on the seat of his pants.
Shahada Camp. Quick timeout called by Rich Hughes. We just took a timeout. We'll stay here. Shahada Camp draws contact. Not every foul can be, not every shot can have a foul called on it, and he knows that. So he continues with his shot, even though it goes sometimes with some contact along with it. And that was one of the examples. Got bumped, could have been called, wasn't, but he still had the wherewithal to finish that shot off the glass, make it a 68-61 game, 7-point lead, 2:45 to go here in regulation for the Renegades.
And that's where that maturity and strength plays a big part for Shahada Camp. He's had the tough games all last year as a reserve off the bench, and now he's the guy, and he's fearless. I love the command that Coach Thomas has on his team, though. When he's talking, everybody's listening in the huddle.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, he definitely knows how to get his guys' attention. And you can tell they respect him. Now we have a few subs. We got Kobe Garner and Shannon Wafer re-entering the game, along with Medrano, Van Uten, and the offensive rebounding machine, Marcus Jones. Nice job attacking the basket by Chaston Mouton. Saw a little lane penetrate and knock down the floater.
Garner standing right in front of his coach. Hands off to Wafer, back over to Jones. Jones stops at the free throw line, back over to Wafer. Wafer comes in, floats it up, and it goes.
Nice job by Wafer. Attacking the paint, getting a Tony Parker-esque floater to go. 7-point lead for the Renegades, 150 remaining to play.
Harris back to Knight. Knight in the corner to Wilson. Oh, Wilson had a wide open three, decided to go down low to Knight. Watch a great pass and a strong move by Knight.
Yeah, and they've been camped out in the paint all night, and I haven't seen 1 3-second call.
Camp can't get back in. There hasn't been a stoppage of play yet. A 5-point lead for the Renegades, 13 on the shot clock. Garner sending Medrano away.
Nice pass.
Van Uden on the receiving end, and a great timeout by Coach Hughes. He wants to talk it over, and he gets Shahada Camp into the game. 72-65 with exactly 60 seconds to go here in this second half. The Renegades looking to get to 3-1 in conference play. And Santa Monica, if they can't make something happen here, will move to 2-2.
Well, VP, I got to tell you, Kobe Garner, the 5'11", 170-pound sophomore out of Redwood High School, is doing a great job being calm under pressure because he dribbled that down all the way to the bottom of the shot clock and found Van Newton cutting. Great job. I always remind my point guards when I was coaching to never be overwhelmed by the clock. Sometimes you have to tune out the clock and continue to play your game at your pace. And he does a great job of that.
That's the voice of Kenny Calvin, a Bakersfield High School driller and a BC legend. He is my partner for football. Look, Christian just laughs. You hear that? I mean, just right in front of you, just laughs. Kenny's my partner for football. We've been together for a while now, calling those Renegade football games, and we have a blast coming in here. Don't get to do a lot of basketball, but we get a conference play. We get an opportunity to come in here and be right close to the hardwood and see Coach Hughes and Coach Dahl and the excellent competition that comes up here to the Gil Bishop Sports Center. And tonight, no difference. Joshua Thomas and his Corsairs playing well tonight, but they trail by 7 with under a minute to go. Knight. A high pass. Harris has to go up to get it, and he does. Wilson back to Mouton. Wilson. Harris says, I'll take it. Gets it to go, the big fella, Marcus Harris. Has him within 4. Will they foul? Camp over to Jones. Now it's Garner. They've got a trap here, and Medrano dribbles out of it. Medrano in trouble. Ball stolen. Here comes Knight. Knight's going to go to the hole. He's fouled. And a smart play by Marcus Jones to go up and just go ahead and block it anyway. That ball would have, had it gone in, it would have been a 3-point play possibility. So some carelessness with the rock right at the middle of the floor, and the Corsairs just starving for that ball. Got it, and now Leandrew Knight, a timeout taken by the Corsairs, and oh boy, Kenny, execution.
And that goes back to what I was just talking about being calm under pressure. You broke the press. Now you're across court and you're still dribbling it out.
You're exactly right.
All you need to do is pick up the ball and square up.
You're exactly right,
big man. Nonetheless, 4-point game with Santa Monica having possession. And it's a 28 seconds left to play.
Coach Hughes quick to let Daniel Carbajal know that he's in. The 6'4", 25-pound freshman out of Centennial High School in Bakersfield is going to go in, and he may want some extra meat down there on that rebound. And if you look at this Corsair team, Kenny, they haven't really been able to take advantage of the services of Kyle Young. Their 6'9" center been in foul trouble. 3 in the first, and then early in the second half picked up his 4th, and he really hasn't been able to do that much. And if you're Coach Thomas right now, maybe you throw him in there to rebound on the free throw, but he's going to stay out. He won't be in.
I will say this: he looks like a great teammate as he's high-fiving his guys as they
so
go
right.
out there. And
You're
I love
so right.
seeing that.
So it's Zeman, Harris, Wilson, Mouton, and at the line, Knight for the Corsairs. For the Renegades, it's Garner, Jones, Medrano, Shahada Camp, and the just plugged in Daniel Carbajal. Oh, a big miss by Knight. Big miss by Knight. If he made 2, it'd be a 2-point game. He still needs to make this to make it a 1-possession game. So it's a crucial free throw here for Leandrew Knight. It's up, and it's missed, and it's rebounded by Camp. Now they have to foul, and they do call the foul. So unfortunately for the Corsairs, Leandrew Knight not able to knock him down. 1 would have made it a 1-possession game. They both hit the back of the rim. Knight will come out, Parham will come in.
Definitely frustrating from Coach Thomas's perspective.
And that's Knight's 5th. Parham comes in for Knight, so what a tough way to go out. You miss 2 big free throws, and then you have to commit your 5th foul. So always makes for a long ride down I-5.
Well, they got the beach and all the Ferris wheel and all that stuff over at the pier. They'll enjoy that after this L they take.
Shahada cements them. 6-point lead. Shots have to go up. And it goes. How about this?
Have I spoken too
Lucas
soon?
Zeman drops it in. Medrano has it in the corner. Foul's got to get committed, we think. And he does.
And Coach Hughes is like, why didn't you throw the ball up to Jones?
So Lucas Zeman just drops down. A big 3 from the corner has my partner rethinking the Ferris wheel discussion. But the caveat here being that Ainias Medrano has an opportunity for 2 at the line. And that's nearly as Fort Knox as you can get.
Absolutely.
We're going to see Wafer come in for Carbajal.
Speaking of Fort Knox, I got a cousin that works at the Federal Reserve. It's one of my favorite family members.
Give him a shout for us. So what's up?
My cousin, Solanda Gordon, former East High Blade track star.
Parham stops, puts it up, and that comes up short. And Jones gets fouled by Zeman. And
VP, how about the job by Marcus Jones on the board versus 5 guys that he's given up at least 6 inches to?
A lot of great storylines tonight. These Renegades have played well. They started off cold.
Definitely did.
And
Ice
they've
cold.
got 76 on the board now. It's a fast-scoring team when they need to be. As we see Jones knock it in.
The one thing I love about this Renegade roster is the fact that there's not one guy. It's a collective team effort.
Mouton knocks it down. And they can't get the foul quick enough, and that'll do it. That'll do it. So that's the win, 77-74. You're talking about 2 teams. The score was 29-28 at the half. And
wow,
Coach Hughes puts up 48 and 44, respectively, for these 2 coaches. So what a show of offensive prowess in the second half for both of these teams. But it will be the men's of the Renegades going 3-1, and the Corsairs will go to 2-2. We will take a break. We will regroup and get ready for the ladies' tip, and it's going to be in about 20 minutes. Looking forward to having Kenny call that game with me as well. Lady Renegades hosting the Lady Corsairs up after these breaks, and we'll just be back in a bit. Thank you.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Buying a pre-owned vehicle from an online company can be risky, especially if the vehicle is not seen in person before the purchase. At Three-Way Chevrolet, we want you to search and compare the inventory on our website, but then come in to the dealership and test drive our vehicles. Let us take the risk out of your buying experience. Buy from the dealer you trust, and when you step up to certified pre-owned, confidence comes standard. A 172-point inspection and reconditioning along with 2 factory-backed limited warranties and roadside assistance add up to a value you can depend on, and a vehicle you can trust from Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
For For years, Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer? Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Every day, the headlines ring out about another data breach or some new cyber threat. In today's high-tech business world, a lack of network and data security can cause catastrophic problems. The solution is so simple. Grapevine MSP Technology Services. Grapevine MSP is Bakersfield's leading provider of managed IT services. IT consulting, data backup, disaster recovery, cloud services, computer repair, and Mitel phone systems. Grapevine MSP has the fastest service response times in the Valley, and they understand that downtime costs your business money.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Now at Les Schwab Tires, save up to $200 on a set of 4 Toyo tires, including the Open Country AT2, which has been one of our best sellers. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.